OnlyFans?
Well, I mean, technically you can put it on OnlyFans. DJ Khaled's on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
I mean, that's what it was for. OnlyFans, yeah.
So it's porn for OnlyFans.
It's just certain guitar. It's just like.
So we're going?
Yeah,
we're rolling.
Oh, okay.
All right. Alrighty, well, we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. All right, guys. What's up, guys? This is Inside The Northside Podcast coming to you from the Shop 29 shop. We got a lot of fucking people on this fucking episode.
If everybody wants to just go around.
Yeah, and actually, I have a co-host today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mike of Shop 29, and also More Perfect Union, and also famously of King Finn. He is my co-host today. And if you guys can't introduce yourselves, but we got to go with the co-host first.
Oh, what's up, guys? My name is Mike. I go by Mike Supreme on the socials. What's good? I'm the drummer for a More Perfect Union, guitar player for Shop 29, and for this show, I'm going to be playing with Andy on drums. We're doing a podcast today for a More Perfect Fest. So let's go ahead and introduce all the bands.
Sure. I'll go first. My name is Andy. I'm Andy Land. It's only a one-man band for right now, but like Mike said, I got him playing drums for me, and I got a couple other people playing some instruments for me. It's going to be a really fun time. Yeah.
My bad.
Lastly, Mike on the other side.
My name is Sean. I play guitar in Orion 224. Yeah. I'm getting tangled.
My name is Victor. I play bass in Orion 224. That's it.
Yeah.
I am Pyro, a.k.a. main character, a.k.a.
Flame
Don Fuego, a.k.a. F50 Ferrari.
A.k.a. the other Kevin.
I don't know. What's up, guys? Next.
I'm Caesar. I'm Caesar. I'm from the Kiddos. I play keyboard and I sing a little.
Yeah. What do? It's your boy from the Screw. My name's Kiko. I play guitar and I sing and I dance in the Kiddos. Yeah.
My name is Joe Riff, and I play bass for the Kiddos.
Yeah. Give yourself a applause, man. Thank you guys for showing up.
We got through that.
We did.
You know, like on the first day of school, where you have to say your name with two things you like about yourself. I felt that.
It's like, yes, my name is Yuli, and my sister's on OnlyFans.
How much? No, I'm just kidding. But no. Yeah.
But yes, before we start, I actually want to thank Mike for reaching out to me and putting this together. This is the fucking dopest thing I've ever been a part of. So yeah, shout out to Mike. Give him his flowers. There you go.
Mike Jones.
Mike.
Let's go, Mike.
All right, guys. So I guess we're just going to start. So if you guys... I guess we'll start with the Kiddos first.
Yeah.
Hey, what's
we
up?
out here.
We're
just
in
talk
here.
about where you guys are from, like what kind of music you do, and in a fight, who do you think will win out of three of you guys?
We're
Wait,
from
all of us
Houston.
Triple threat.
Just one of
We can fight someone. Like if we're all teamed up.
Your
who would we fight?
demons.
Oh,
I think we could take. Who can we take? We could take Joe Biden. I don't know. Fight.
anyway, we're actually from the north side.
What's up?
Yeah. We play we're like an indie boy band. So
Drake.
so think of like Drake, The Weeknd, and Turnstile, like whatever music that makes. We're like that. And we could totally defeat our demons through the power of the Lord. No, just start preaching.
We're a Christian.
No, yeah.
All right, Pyron, you next. Who do you think you could take in a fight?
What next? I don't know. Who can I...
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
I could probably take on Putin.
I think you know who you can take on? The other Kevin. He actually lives down the street. Let me go get him.
Get Kevin. Reach
Kevin
out to him. We'll have like a cage match or something.
But yeah, Power, you are part of Shop 29.
I am. Yes, I play guitar. Shop 29. I could probably take on Kevin.
Okay.
I don't know this Kevin, but we'll set up a date and we'll do a table match.
We'll actually play Yu-Gi-Oh on the deck. We'll get the deck ready.
I'm actually pretty decent at Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic.
All right. So before, like, how do you even like do Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, it's just what is there?
It's always a bunch of nonsense. Honestly,
Blue Eyes Dragon.
they change it up to like keep it fresh, but it's always like some dumbass shit. And
Isn't there like defense? Like you like have to flip the card or something? Like defense or like
I don't even know. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. Yeah. They have like. I haven't played in a while.
Just
But
gotta
last
put
time
down
I
a
played
face
was
down. That's all you gotta do.
yeah.
Put down a face down, guys. Get your trap cards ready. Yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
Last time they did some like pendulum shit, and then I was like, I'm done with this. I switched to Magic.
He's like, I'm done. Also, you play Magic the Gathering.
I do.
Okay, Eddie, you have another player now. The lead singer of our of the band that I'm in, Where Comfort Lies, he's a big Magic the Gathering fan, and he's always on Facebook like, "Yo, who wants to play Magic?"
Magic is pretty dumb.
He's like, yeah, I play Magic, but it's actually pretty dumb. His soul
card
just left
games,
his
like,
body after hearing that.
I wasted so much money on cards. Like, I have a grudge against it.
What about you guys, Orion 229? First of all, 227. My bad. I'm sorry.
4.
Yeah, 811 356. Whatever. I'm sorry, guys. But yo, how did you come up with the name? And who can you take in a fight?
You do the first question on the second.
Honestly, I don't even know. I could not tell you.
The 224, it stands for today, tomorrow, forever. But the real reason y'all getting the inside scoop, it's way easier to look up Orion 224 on Spotify than Orion.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like a little hashtag and stuff at the end.
Swag.
Who do you think we're taking a fight?
I think Lucio from Overwatch.
I think we could, bro. I think we could. I think we're taking on Lucio.
That's pretty nice.
I don't even know. I didn't play Overwatch as a child.
Can you pass this?
Who can I take in a fight, right?
Who can you take in a fight? And is it going to be a one-man band forever, or are you going to have like a band?
Definitely won't be forever. I answered the first question. I was just thinking about it. Like I saw a video of kangaroos. Like, dude,
a kangaroo.
I could fuck a kangaroo up, man.
Bro, he says he can fuck a kangaroo. Are you gonna fuck a kangaroo, or are you gonna fuck up a kangaroo? Oh, good.
I seen a video. Just you square up with it, and you can kind of make it happen.
I don't know, man. They look like the dudes on the
maybe. A baby kangaroo.
A Joey.
Full as hell though.
They are swole as fuck. I think I can take a small one.
I think a baby kangaroo is like the equivalent to like a kid in high school playing football.
Oh shit!
Wait,
that's funny because I actually have a kangaroo.
Bring him in.
No, it's not going to be a one-man band forever. I started, making hip-hop and R&B kind of stuff. I've always been making music for a long time, and then I ran into alternative sound, and it kind of fits everything, my writing style, and started to really enjoy the music. And now, a year later, since I started writing, alternative music, now I'm like, yeah, of course, put together a band, people to play the stuff and add their own little flair to it as well. And no, it's not going to be forever. We're definitely going to have a full-time band going sometime soon.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, Mike, now it's your turn. Who can you take in a fight, and where can we get one of those shirts?
Oh boy, Brock Lesnar. No, I'm just joking. No, hell no, he would eat me. I don't think, honestly, I can't take anybody in a fight. I think anybody can kick my ass. I'm sure. Any angry person at a show can kick my ass. So just don't come up to me at shows, guys. I'm afraid of you.
Do you think you could take on an ostrich or an emo?
An ostrich?
Which one would be stronger? You think?
An emo? An emo?
Ostriches
Those emos are crazy, man. Those emos out there, the Lost Prophets. Oh my god,
Ostriches are huge.
they're frightening. I would rather take on the
emo.
I'll take on the emo. Yeah.
Wait, which emo though? We were talking about early 2000s emo or late 2000s.
I think the scene kid emo would probably be the one I would have to take on. Yeah.
Just any emo kid.
Any of the emos.
The DC
Yeah, but
emo. That was like 30-year-old.
Where can you get this shirt? Well, this is exclusively for the band, guys, but we will be coming out with shirts soon for Shop 29. Hopefully by this next show at a More Perfect Fest. But as for a More Perfect Union, we have a bunch of shirts for this show coming up. So make sure to stop by the booth and come get some, you know? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got a shirt.
Yeah. Sweet.
Don't leave at the end.
Yeah, so did I already introduce myself?
I think no. Man. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, you know, it's good stuff.
All right, so you guys know me already. I am Inside The Northside Podcast. I am the host of The Most from the Third Coast, and who I think I can take in the fight, my ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend, I think, is the only person I can take in a fight, and we've already kind of went through some of that. No, I'm just fucking with everybody. No, I'm just joking with you. No comment. She had to fucking sideswipe me like that. She had that Mike Tyson grip.
This time he's ready.
After months of training and doing a Naruto run, I was like, I got it.
You went Chris Breezy on her? Crazy.
I went minus Chris, but more breezy.
You wild for that.
No, but yeah. So we have all you guys together. You guys are going to be a part of a More Perfect Fest. How do you guys feel about that? Like, have you guys ever been a part of a festival before, like with this stacked up lineup?
I guess I'll go first since this is my first ever show performing with the band. So
yeah.
even just festival in general, this is the first for me. So no, I haven't. I'm really excited, especially discovering y'all's music and finding out who's in the lineup and what their sounds sound like, and just referencing like how I can fit in. I'm really excited, especially being the first one, to start the show off right. So I'm pretty turned, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, we played like festivals, but we haven't played like an artist like ran festival before. Like the artist like puts it on. It's usually like a company or like a team, like not like an artist ran festival. So it's pretty cool, like new experience. Yeah,
And y'all pretty cool too. So yeah, pretty excited for this one. It's gonna be
lit.
What about you guys, Orion 224?
Thank you. We've played festivals, but I mean, festivals are more fun than playing like bar shows because festivals, people want to show up to festivals more than they want to show up to like. I'm gonna name drop it, Acadia Bar and Grill. There's places where people would rather be.
Be a fetus.
Wait, are you talking like good Acadia or like bad Acadia?
No comment.
No
comment.
Sheesh.
You got anything
That's
to
funny
add?
because
We have Tommy right here.
Dude, I don't think he works there anymore.
From what I hear, I think this is like his last year.
Yeah.
So like we actually played a show back in May, and my friends Supervillain, shout out to Supervillain, played a show there a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah. He was the only reason that place was good. Rip Acadia.
R.I.P.
it's still open and shit. It's just like it's not. No, they do like hookah. Like yeah. I was like, I don't know if I want to smoke on something while watching a band. I was like, that's kind of weird to me.
No, at Ojiman on the backside, there's a hookah lounge, and like it gets like crazy. Like I think we played a show or like we're leaving.
We were watching a show.
We're watching a show, and then we went because we parked on the backside.
Mm.
So some guy was like, "Hey, y'all, we gotta do what did he say?"
You remember it, right?
We got strippers with no jaws on or something.
We walked out because we parked in front of like some. I didn't even read it. When I parked there, I thought it was abandoned. It was free parking, whatever. So we parked there, and then we actually saw. I think we saw y'all actually like back in January. It's on a vlog. But anyways, so I remember recording that night, and we walked out, and the dude was like, "Hey, y'all trying to come in here?" And I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "Yo, we got bitches in here. Some of them ain't even got panties on, bro. You just pull up in here." I'm like, "Bro."
He was like bumping music.
Yeah, it was like loud. He was like trying so hard to get us in. I'm like, dude, this guy's like
Not even
18. Oh yeah, he was like 17. He was like, yeah, 17. He was like, "I got y'all, man. Just give me $10. Give me $10. Yeah, I got y'all. Come in." And I was like, I gotta go. He's like, "Oh man, y'all ain't about it. Y'all ain't about it." I was like, "Oh, you're right. I'm not."
I don't know. It's something about when someone's like, "You're not about it." It's kind of like,
Yeah, I'm not.
yeah.
I was like, it's like 1 a.m. I'm not about it, sir.
I'm not about to go in there. And no panties at all. That probably stunk in there. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know.
And no AC. Ooh, imagine no AC and there's no panties.
It was January, so it's kind of cold.
Oh, okay.
So
Still.
yeah.
Anyways, Mike, do you have any questions you want to ask the guys?
Questions. Yeah. So on that, what was your worst show you guys have ever had? Let's go ahead and talk about the absolute worst show.
This is easy.
I know it was our very first show ever. Like everything that went wrong could go wrong, and we're like, "Why is this happening? It's such a weird day." It was just like terrible. So like it started like we were like trying to form the band and stuff, and then we were gonna play at my house like first, but my parents said no. So my dad like booked like a whole like
clubhouse.
clubhouse.
Like the neighborhood clubhouse type, you know?
Nice. It
And
sounds
we
nice.
didn't even have a drummer. It was just the two of us. And we started like 2 months before. Like
You guys were just going for it.
Dude.
And then like the day of the show, we were just like stressing, and like it was funny because we asked my uncle to play drums for us, and he learned like all of our songs for like 12 hours before the show.
Dude, and then we like somebody was outside of the place, like just on like the stairs, and we're like, nobody knew this person, so we're like, all right, and they're like, "Do you need any help?" And we're like, "Yeah, could you like take $5 from everybody that comes in?" Because we were charging at the time, like, I don't know why we thought we'd make money or something. And they're like, "Yeah, it's cool." And then like, I guess it was like too much for them, and they like kind of cried, and then they were outside of the venue like crying as people were like trying to come in, and this does not look good.
Yeah, like they ran out, they stormed out. They're like, "Here's the money, I'm leaving."
I'll leave you.
Yeah, and then like it was more awkward because like
All the chairs.
there was a bunch of chairs.
Chairs.
Like we didn't set up chairs, but my mom was like, "I want to sit down," so she brought out so many chairs.
And it was all in the back of the room.
And it was only like 10 people there. It's like 8 of our families and like 2 of our
That
friends.
sounds like a packed show.
Yeah,
It was just so like I was like,
crazy.
why is this
It was
just weird?
bad.
Like, why is this happening?
We played like 5 songs, but we had to play them over and over because like we had the place for like 4 hours, so like, we don't know what to do. And yeah, it was and we tried so hard. We went all around like school and stuff and like blowing it up to kind of get this hype, and absolutely like nobody showed up.
it was like a good like learning experience, I guess. Like
never
our
do
first show.
Usually the worst shows are the learning experience.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to die that night. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, dang, this is crazy.
What about you, Pyro?
I'm not sure. Like maybe for me personally, like I think the last show we did, just because no, just like personally, just like on my end, because the sound was a little. I thought the sound was a little whack.
Dang.
No, that's really
And,
fair.
Calling out 1810 right now.
I don't know. Like somebody might have hit something. I don't know. I'm just saying the sound was pretty out of just whack, and it just.
Yeah,
It
sound
threw
can
me
definitely
off, like-
make or break a show for sure.
There was a certain point where my rig, like for whatever reason, like it was super loud, and I had to like scramble to turn it down, and it was like it was just a whole mess at the moment, and it just like threw me off for the whole show.
Just panicking there on stage.
And so that I don't know. I think the previous show was like perfect, even though we played at the same place,
Same place, same sound guy.
same everything. Like the second show, like the sound was just all out of whack, and it's just
It's amazing what changes in 1 week from playing a venue to venue.
we played back to back. Yeah.
It's great. What about you guys?
we discussed this just before the question was asked. Really only one show comes to mind, and that was Tip Street Part 2. I could lie and say that it was like, oh, it was the sound. But truth be told, we were like, let's bring the hammer down. Let's break it down. And we might have drank a little bit too much. so like they were talking about learning experiences. We learned maybe you shouldn't drink like 5 White Claws in a beer before you play. Yeah. Maybe not. But, you know, it was one of the first shows that I like had really played with them. So even though it was terrible and we sounded bad, it still means a lot to me.
Sounds like a good memory to have.
If I can remember. All right. You got anything to say?
Andy?
So this is my first show, but I do have, I used to do musical theater, and the only thing I can really think of, when anybody who does musical theater and really knows all the words and all the songs and all the notes and how everything goes. And it was this one musical called The Last 5 Years for any musical theater nerd out there. It was the solo. I'm singing. It's an emotional solo, singing to this girl or whatever, and talking about leaving her, whatever. And the words mix up.
Damn.
My words mix, and I'm on there like my heart drops, and I'm like messing up my line. The pianist is like adjusting to me fucking up, and I think it was 10 seconds. I was just like mouthing some different shit, and then I just like came right back in, and it was. I think as a musical theater kid, like anybody who knows music, like that's just one of the worst things when you mess up something that everyone in that state, like the whole auditorium knows. And so I think a few people came up to me afterwards and were like, yo, I wasn't that bad. Don't worry about it. Some people didn't. My mom and dad didn't notice. They don't know shit, so they didn't notice. But yeah, I think that's the only thing I can think of where I fuck up my lines and it just ruined. I just got my heart just dropped. I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucking up on stage. And I'm like, people are around. I'm like, oh my God, I'm really fucking up right now. So yeah, that's just about it.
We've all been there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
What about you, Mike? Oh, what about you? I'll tell my story after.
After me? Okay.
Yeah.
I have 2 really horrible shows. Luckily, they have never been with the 2 bands I'm with right now. Okay. My first ever show. Have you guys ever done school talent shows?
Yeah.
Man, those are the fucking worst. So there was a school talent show coming up, right? I had a band, and we literally broke up 2 weeks before the talent show. I'm like, what the hell? I want to play this show. I scrounge up to my friends, say, hey, we're going to make a band. And I got someone who's never played the drums before, but he can keep a beat. I was like, just play this. I was like, all right. He got on the drums. I had a friend who rapped. I was like, man, just rap on top of this riff. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be great. So we're at practice. I'm like, man, this sounds really good. Let's go play this talent show. We get up there. And literally, as soon as we set up the drum set, it just starts falling apart. Like, and he's just like panicking because he's never put a drum set together before. I put it together. He's like, oh, the bass pedal came off, and he just starts kicking it to get the sound out of it. I'm like, what the fuck? So anyways, I'm up there.
He's playing it the right way.
So I'm up there. My friend, who's actually the bass player in Shop 29 right now, we've gone way back for a long time. He's up there rapping, but he's just mumbling. He's because he's so nervous. This is his first time being on stage. And I'm just like, hey, man, you're going to be in front of that whole crowd. It was an auditorium just full of people. And he's just like, oh, my God. I'm over there breaking down in a nervous wreck, walking in a circle as I'm playing guitar. Just walking in a circle, just having a panic attack. Like, oh, my God. And in my head, I'm like, man, we're doing good. And then I hear somebody in the audience just like, why is he walking in a circle?
That's a circle pit.
Let's get this bit going.
You like pioneered mumble rap and like emo trap. Yeah. That's crazy. That's wild.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm bringing that back up to hype.
Y'all won first place.
Oh, first place. This is funny. So we had a backyard show. It was an old band, also around that same time. It was our first show, and we took it so seriously. We're like, guys, this is the big time. We're about to play. There's gonna be a lot of people at this party. we're gonna kill it. We practice so hard. Mind you, our instruments are trash. Our songs are trash, but we're ready to go play some trash. We went there, and we're just everything that could possibly happen in a band happened that night. The sound was messing up. The guitar amp wasn't working. Nobody was watching us as we played, and we took that personally. We were having band drama in the moment, and as we were playing, we were just looking at each other because we're so lost in our songs. Like, what are you playing over there? Oh my god! Literally, the person hosting the party walks up to us and says, you guys can stop playing and just join the party." And we're just like, oh. I was like, no, we got a couple more songs.
Damn.
and we played a couple more songs, and we could just tell everybody's just questioning, like, why are they still playing? Oh my god. So after we're done playing, we're all sitting there depressed, and we all just walk to separate corners of the backyard and have our little emo band moments. Like, God, this was our moment, and we fucked up. Mind you, we're like 15 years old at this time, so yeah, those were the top 2 horrible stories.
So I have a story, and I've told this on the podcast before, and I need you guys to buckle up because this is going to be some wild shit. So I was in this band, and I'm going to name drop because I don't really care. His name's Soli, Soli, and we played at this place called the Blue Elephant, which is in Old Town Spring. It was a coffee shop, and we met this guy named Harley. So the white guy, he kind of looked like a if Jesus was like from Alabama. That's what he kind of looked like. He's like, yeah, I kind of know what you're talking about.
I've seen Jesus.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's from Alabama though. So anyways, he approaches us and says like, hey guys, I like your sound. You should totally play my beer garden. And then we're like, okay, cool. So he sends us all the information. He gives us the flyers. We start promoting it, this and that, yada, yada. So he gives us the address to meet up at the beer garden. So I show up early because I'm always the early person at the venue. And I get out and I'm like, yo, where's your beer garden? It's an abandoned house. It's an abandoned house. And I'm like, it did. We were just like, yo, no. I was like, where am I? And then the lead singer shows up and he's like, is this the place? And I'm like, I don't even know. And we're about to get in our cars. We're like, oh, fuck this. We're not even going to play. The guy starts running out. He's like, no. This is the spot. This is the spot, guys. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. We're going to die. We're just going to die. So he gives us the tour and we go in and he starts showing us like, yeah, we're going to put the beer garden here. This is where the bar's going to go. And I'm like, I thought this was the grand opening. He's like, oh, it is. He's like, but we haven't started anything yet. So I'm like, so what are we doing here? He's like, oh, you guys are playing music. He's like, I'm like, but where's the beer? He's like, it's BYOB. I was like, so you're bringing beer to a beer garden that doesn't serve any beer? Yes. Straight dead ass. Just yes. I was like, we're going to die. So we're going to die here. So he shows us the stage, and I don't know if you guys have seen that meme. It's like an office meme, and it's Daryl standing in front of like a little small stage. He's like, is this the stage here? That's literally the size of the stage we're playing on. Like literally like a 2x4, probably just a couple 2x4s. It was literally playing. It was playing.
We forgot to introduce.
And it was like 4 of us like in the band. I think 4 or 5 of us. I don't remember. So anyways, he's like, I'm going to take you guys to the VIP section. Already. This is that part of in the scary movies, the horror movies where like, yeah, we're going to die. And he takes us into the garage. And I shit you not, it's like 80s cowboy aesthetic. Like if it's like Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, and like maybe Merle Haggard, like 80s cowboy aesthetic. Like everything's like tan. Oh my God. Mike, it was so weird. It was like, oh, we're really going to die. Like this guy's going to like chop us up and serve us. And we're just like, this is a weird place. And he's like, you guys want to get high? And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. And I was like, I shouldn't be smoking, but I am. And he brings out like this Jay-Z album. He's like, yeah, we're gonna use this. This is trash. And I was like, that's Jay-Z though, dude. He's like, yeah, I don't care. You know, Jesus from Alabama was talking about Jay-Z saying he's trash. Obviously, you guys know that. So we're getting there, we're getting high, and I'm just like, I shouldn't even be getting high. Like, I'm about to play a show. I have to be very professional. I wore a tie today. I didn't wear a tie. You know, so we play the show, we're drinking, I'm high, and we get on stage, and he was like, do you guys have batteries in your pedals? And I was just like, I do. He's like, good, because we have no power.
What?
He plugged in the power from, I guess, another place.
Oh my fucking! It's even bring your own power.
BYOP. BYO. Power.
That's crazy. Generator.
So we play the show, right? And I'm high. I'm high as a kite. And my point of view, remembering, is like in Call of Duty, where it's just the guy running with the gun. That's my point of view with the guitar. I'm just like, oh God, I don't even know what we're playing. And I'm trying to like remember. And the songs aren't that difficult, but like he's playing and I'm high and the drummer's looking at me. The bass player is always high. And we're just like, oh, we suck. Like I pictured that guy from songs. I was like, you guys stink.
Was there people there?
Yes, there was people there.
That's so weird.
Like people that paid to actually watch us play. And we get off stage and I was like, that's the worst show ever. And yeah, I was high throughout the whole show. And I just kept looking at the drummer and he just kept looking at me with this stupid face. And I just was like bust out laughing. Meanwhile, there's a guy on stage playing like emotional country music. And I'm just laughing. He's like, I wrote this about my girlfriend that left me and she went on the train. I'm just like.
Did they eventually open?
They never opened. The second time we played there, the power went out 6 times before our second song. Yes. We went back because, you know, like that abusive girlfriend that's just like, I love him though, but, you know, yeah, we played it. Yeah, they actually had power. They actually had a bar and everything was set up. They had a sound guy and everything. So I was like, all right, dude, like, you got your shit together. So we play and it's our second song and the power goes out. And we're just like, damn. All right. He's like, no, we got it. We couldn't even get through our second song. The power went out 5 more times.
Oh my God.
And we were just like, we're just not going to play. We're just not going to play. And we just stayed there. Just like, yeah, that's it. Like, we're not going to play. Like,
You got high?
No, I wasn't high this time. I was a little more professional. I was more drunk. I was more drunk. But yeah, those are my 2 stories. I do have another one, but it's not really counts as a show. We played a pool party that no one showed up to. So maybe we didn't. It was private, but like it was a bunch of Hispanics and they were, I guess, a part of this label, even though I don't think it was a label. I think it was just like, we just want a private band to play and nobody got in the water.
No.
Nobody was in the water. It was a pool party. Nobody got in the water.
So it was a party near a pool.
Yeah, it was a party near a pool.
Near pool party.
Yeah. Just like, let's dress up in like pool attire and never go into the pool. So, go ahead, Mike.
So I'm actually a pretty big fan of everybody here and all your music. I know I was talking to YouTube groups earlier just about like your music and stuff like that. Huge fan of Spirits. You already saw it's on my Spotify repeat top.
Yes,
The Future Is Now. I love that song. I'm loving a lot of your music.
Thank you.
I love Violet Summer. That's like a really good hit for this last summer. I did the post about it when it was on Shop 29, like just describing what that song sounded like. It was pretty good. So I'm just kind of curious, like for the music you guys are making right now and everything you've done at this point, like what has been your favorite aspect of creating these songs? And yeah, you guys just want to answer that. Whoever wants to go first. Yes, we'll go first.
It's what was the question?
What's your favorite aspect of creating a lot of these songs?
It's like the new way we're making music. Oh, my bad. I was like the whole time. No audio. Yeah. So like the new way we're making music. So like beforehand we would just like start with a riff. And then just like everyone find the parts, just play it live.
Like real traditional.
Yeah, like a band. But now we're like, yeah, like a band, you know, like just play your parts, we'll figure it out. But now we're like introducing like beats, electronics, samples even.
Yeah.
Like hip hop elements, R&B, pop elements, and like we're mixing it with like indie, alternative. So yeah, it's like really cool to like.
If I could just say something about your music, one aspect
It's
that
bad.
it's so horrible. Yeah, it's so horrible. It's on a repeated list, but yeah, it's So I've been playing in Houston for a good amount of time. I've been part of the scene for a while now. I think it's not that bands aren't so original. It's just that not a lot of many bands stand out with their sound. Your sound is very unique, and I quite enjoy it. It gives me so many different kind of vibes. Like we were just talking about games earlier. It gives me like those early PS1, PS2 kind of vibes.
That's like
And the only other thing that I could think of that has a sound even similar, and it's kind of funny. It's like a K-pop group called New Jeans. One of their new songs.
Okay, I'll take it.
I forgot the name, but like the instrumental in that song really reminds me of the vibe that you guys are going for, which is like that kind of like early 2000s kind of late night Adult Swim, almost Toonami kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. I really
like
enjoy
very
it.
spot on.
That's like very like it's really good, especially with the aesthetic you guys put on too, with the Windows kind of media player kind of thing. Yeah,
like
that's really cool.
like the whole like from this EP, we really like focused on like a certain sound and look. So yeah, it was like video games, like PS1, old anime cartoons and stuff.
Yeah,
that's
pretty cool.
Your future is now, so it's like kind of futuristic, but it borrows from the past, but it like pushes our sound a little bit more. And that's what's really fun. Is because like we'll come in and we'll do something that like we've never done. Like he'll come in with like a sound, like just a sound. And I'm like, I have no idea how to make this musically. Like it's just like beeps and boops. And then I'll put my beeps and boops in, and then I'm like, all right, now I can bring in guitar. This has like a beat, and then Joseph just kind of does the rest. He plays bass.
Yeah, it's been like so much fun because I got into music basically because of the band. I never really
forced him.
Basically, pretty much
forced him.
It's a funny story.
My cousin.
Yeah,
we needed a bass player.
So
hey man, you're playing in a band.
Yeah, my mom literally like threw me under the bus. She was like, "Yeah, my son plays guitar, bass," and I literally never touched a bass before in my life. But no, the CB's been a lot of fun. It's just been super like pushing the boundaries for like myself as like musician. It's music that I never really listened to until we started working on the EP, and then now I love it. That genre, early 2000s, sort of a lot of 80s influence, sort of synth, and a lot of I've just been listening to a lot more like bass heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And as I've gotten better at bass guitar, it's helped me make even better songs. So
sweet. I really love your music, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. What about you, Pyro? You want to talk about our music or Shop 29 music?
What was exactly the question?
I already forgot the question. But yeah.
What was your favorite aspect?
What's your favorite aspect, I guess, for when it comes to just this band in general and creating the songs that we're working on?
I love how like we just do like some weird shit sometimes.
Weird shit is always good.
And even like when we think we have the songs figured out, we try to push them even farther. Like whenever you guys come to the show, like if you guys came to the previous show, when you guys come to the next show, our song's gonna be much different. Because we took every single song, I think, and we changed at least some part of it. Yeah, we made it even better. And just like we were always like experimenting, which is always fun, and we're always trying to make it sound weird and random. I don't know. It's always just like for me, it's always the experimentation. Just like, what if I do this, and then what if I do that, and then it sounds trash. Cool. Sometimes it does sound trash. Yeah, sometimes it is trash, but yeah, it's always like for me, it's always like pushing myself to like make more and more interesting stuff that sounds to me like that sounds different than anything else. I don't know.
Bro, give me that band handshake.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. There you go.
20.
And you do it with that love. I caught that right. Yeah, I got that right. Can't take that. It's patent.
That's the ad break. I think it's time we talk about BetterHelp.
No, it's for all you cocksuckers. Thanks for all the bits.
So what was the question?
So what's been one of your favorite parts about creating music in Orion 224?
Well, one of the things, I'll say a piece and then I'll let you chime in a little bit. One of the things that I thought was very interesting coming into the band is how much our sound has changed. And I don't know, I haven't spoke with our PR team if we're allowed to say this, but the EP came out before I was in the band, and right now we're in the process of recording a full album. And the way that the sound has changed but also stayed the same is one of the things that I think is very interesting. Because as I was joining, Chris was kind of figuring out that he liked indie stuff and not just pop punk stuff. And I was going through like the weirdest musical phase of all time. It was Radiohead and Fall Out Boy and Weezer and Kendrick Lamar. It was like everything. And then just writing all the songs, it's been a lot about trying to figure out how to combine ideas, making music that I would want to listen to, and not just music that's like, oh, how flashy of a guitar riff can I play? How fast can I move my fingers? It's like, would I want to actually turn this on? Does it just sound like noise? Which I hope it doesn't. You got anything to say?
It's always a fear.
Well, similarly, I like to write stuff that I actually would listen to. So I like to, whenever I make any riffs or come up with anything, I like to make sure that I like it and I like listening to it so that it sounds good. And, but a lot of the time it's kind of just coming up with stuff on the spot. And then when I come up with that thing, I kind of work on it and maybe tweak it a little bit, make it sound better. It's very fun though. Lots of fun writing with the band, and anytime we get together, we'll usually just like, well, it'll start off as a jam, and we just kind of throw out ideas, and it turns into something.
That's usually how it just happens. Huh?
Yeah,
you just jam out and the song pops up.
Like when y'all like jam, like how do you like make songs out of that? It's just like, because we really like rarely jam to like make stuff. We don't really like jam. Yeah.
We're
like, how do you like, is it like a focus idea or you just play and whatever happens?
Sometimes someone brings an idea. Sometimes we just start writing stuff on the spot, or maybe Sean will come up with a guitar riff. I throw in a bass. Gavin will come in with some drums, and we just kind of throw in our stuff there, and we just kind of work around that. Someone gets an idea, we throw that in, try that out. Doesn't work, try something else.
You ever like fight or like?
I wouldn't say fight.
This is my idea. It's going my way.
We don't fight, but there's a lot of tough love in the band. If something sounds bad, I would hope that there would be a mutual level of respect where they could go, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
I've written my fair share of guitar parts that have not sounded good. And you need the long arm of the law to tell you to not put that in the song. Yeah, but like what you were saying, it is like you come up with something that sounds cool on guitar, and then you show it to someone, and it's like it just kind of people just add.
So I got an idea for that.
Yeah,
I have mine.
Snag ideas. Yeah, but I love like the vibe you guys have. Like you guys release a bunch of different pictures where you're on the beach and just having a good time, or you're walking down the street, and it just has this good time vibe. And when you listen to the music, it really just corresponds so well. Because like this new single that you guys came out in Violet Summer, it was somber but poppy. Like, you know, I guess that's like in that indie rock kind of genre, maybe shoegaze or something like that. But like, yeah, it was a really good time. I really enjoyed that song a lot.
Yeah, I know Chris really likes having a really happy sounding song with really sad lyrics. That's one of his favorite things. Yeah, like Violet Summer, the lyrics are.
I think that's like all our songs.
Yeah, the song is very much. The lyrics are very like personal to a member of the band. I will not disclose which, but the song is very like. I had someone come up to me and say that it sounded like a Vampire Weekend riff because it was bouncy.
Ooh.
Yeah, which
that's a huge compliment.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah. Andy?
My turn.
Yeah.
Favorite part about writing.
Well, you've been working on your EP right now. You're actually about to
done.
release it soon.
Yeah. It should
So, like, why
a
don't
few
you
weeks.
just talk about that a little bit?
It's one guy who produced all the joints. His name is Grace Guys. He's worked with a lot of people in the industry. I started writing this EP last year when I started transitioning from my hip hop and R&B. I used to produce my own joints, and then I ran into Skies, and he has just a bunch of alternative stuff that he had me go through, and I love what Pyro said. I kind of do the same thing. I look for, when I was songwriting, I used to kind of follow the structure and write, really try and write a good song. What is the song asking for? And just do it. And then when you do that enough, you figure out, okay, now how do I break the rules? How can I change it up? How can I do something different? And that's sort of what my approach with this EP. If you listen to one thing I tried to accomplish is that I tried to make sure not one song sounded the same as the other. Mm-hmm. And also whatever vocal I threw in there, I wanted it to, go well with whatever the notes that the guitars and bass and they all added in there. I wanted to correspond with it well and kind of put my piece on there. And so I think that's my favorite part is figuring out how can I fit in without having to maybe follow anybody's lead, but add to the whatever it needs to be.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, of course, I'm a huge fan of your sound too. And of course, I checked out most of the EP because we're playing together.
We're playing it together, yeah.
And yeah, I thoroughly enjoy your music. It's absolutely catchy. Like if you guys haven't heard Spirits yet, it's already on Spotify. Mm-hmm. Super catchy song. It's gonna be a good time to play that song.
Yeah, for sure.
We were fortunate enough to be in your music video with some ghost costumes. That was absolutely a fun
super
time.
Sick.
That was a great video shoot.
It's around spooky times. We'll see that video. We'll see that video. It's gonna be really cool. Yeah.
I mean, talk about it, man.
So I have no creative. No, but aside from like being in bands, I've tried to do my own music. For you guys that have listened to the podcast early on, I did my own theme song, and my creative process with music and stuff like that. I kind of like the same thing. Like I'll throw a riff, and I'm like, okay, I'll add this or add this or add that. Like I had a weird like Albert Hammond Jr. Strokes phase. And I was just like, yeah, I'm totally going to do this. And that's what came up with the theme song and everybody liked it. But then that kind of transitioned to something else. But now that I'm in with Where Comfort Lies, the lead singer Eddie had already 2 EPs and was already writing that stuff. It was already done. So I had to contribute to it. And it's been very interesting. Like you, I just joined the band. Yeah. Like he had just these guys that he knew and we joined the band. And our first practice ever was great. Like it was just like, wow, this is awesome. And then other practices were just like, oh no, we fucking suck. Yeah. But as far as like putting my input and stuff like that, we've been kind of in discussions of like I guess writing new music. Well, he has been writing new music, so he'll send us like stuff he's doing on the ukulele, and we're just like, oh no, that's good, or like maybe you should try this chord progression or try this and that. And it's really cool, like writing music with these guys because we all are in like different things. Like the drummer is in his own band called Merlin. The lead guitarist is also a lead singer in his own band, The Clumsiest, and he's also the lead guitarist in Where Comfort Lies. Eddie, our lead singer, is the drummer in Clumsiest, and then the bass player, Gotti, is just the bass player for both of them. And then, of course, me, I've done my fair share of stuff. But it's awesome that we can all come together and just, like, write music. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, it's a different process, I think, for Eddie because he usually just wrote it himself, but now he has 4 other members to bounce off stuff ideas. So it's really different for me. Like I said, I didn't write music myself, so now I have other people I can, like, I guess, contribute to. So that's a far, like, crazier, I guess, journey of me just like, oh, I like this little riff, and it's like, oh no, now I'm actually helping people write stuff for music and stuff like that. So I think that answered the question. I don't even know. I was just mumbling.
Thank you for mumbling into the mic like the rapper. Just like my horrible moment. No, but I'm in 2 bands, so they have very completely dynamics. Like just like you two for More Perfect Union, they already had a whole catalog of songs. They were just like, which is out of nowhere. I was on my 2-year hiatus from music, didn't touch a drum set, didn't touch guitar or anything. And then where Dalton just messaged me. Dalton, he's the vocalist and guitar player of More Perfect Union. He's like, hey, Mike, I've been a huge fan of your band, King Finn. We need a drummer. Like, would you be down to play a show with us? And I was like, man, let me think about that because I don't know if I'm good at drums anymore. And after thinking about it for a day, I was like, yeah, I'm down. So I joined up. We did our first practice session, and my body just was shutting down from playing drums. Like, I've never played punk rock before, okay? The bands I used to be in, it was like indie rock or metal. And I used to pride myself, man, metal drums are so heavy. They're so fast. I'm good at everything. I get into punk rock. That is an extremely intense genre to play drums in. I don't know if you guys like ever been in a punk band or even just played guitar in a punk band, but it's extremely high energy, but it's consistent and it just wears on you. But it was a good time. And once I got back in the groove of it, I finally became a part of the band, and creating with those guys was something completely different than I'm used to because they already had a dynamic, joining a band that already pre-existed. They already kind of have, their dynamic already. This guy kind of writes this sort of way. This guy brings this idea. I kind of came in with my own sensibilities about how to create music, and I appreciate them for letting me in. I'm writing with them, and we haven't released a song yet with me on drums. I enjoy playing the drums in every one of their other songs. For this next song, I'll finally be on it, and I'm so hyped to release the song. Like, yeah, it's a More Perfect Union, but with me on drums. You know what I'm saying? It sounds even better, So I can't wait for that. When it comes to Shop 29, that's kind of like my passion project and like my baby right there, I've been playing this out for a whole year. Just the summer of 2022, it's like, man, I want to start a band where I play guitar. Because playing with a More Perfect Union, it created this passion again to create music. Man, I want to do this again. I want to jump on the guitar now. And I made this goal in 1 year from this summer. I'm going to have a new band. I'm going to play a show with them. And that happened. And I felt so great. But it took time to put that band together. I was just kind of like stalking the scene a little bit. Like, man, who plays what? Like, what do these guys do? And I ran into Elise, who's an amazing drummer. I played a show with, I think you guys were at that show too. Maybe it was a different White Oak show. But when she was in Rita's, I saw her playing, and she was just in the pocket the entire time. If you guys know, drummers in the pocket are rare and valuable as absolute hell. Okay, they keep that song together. So it's like, you know what? I don't care if she's not doing crazy stuff on the toms or anything. She's in the pocket. I want her in my band. It took me months to ask her because I was like, I gotta prepare music first. But eventually I did, and she was down. And it was the same thing with every member. I've known Pyro actually for a good amount of time just through the grapevine and just watched his guitar videos. Like, man, this guy's a really good metal guitar player. We just have Kill Switch Engage stuff he would post, just like doing covers and stuff like that, putting some originals. Eventually asked him, he was down. Tyler, he's my vocalist, pretty amazing guy, plays saxophone out of nowhere. He makes every song just amplified, just even better. And of course, I've had my best friend since I was a child jump on bass. His name is Ike. We go by Mike and Ike. We're like a duo of candy here, Yeah. But he plays bass, and he's just a phenomenal creative person. And when it comes to the dynamic of that band, we're just all very different when it comes to creating. So bringing that together was, I wouldn't say it was difficult. It was just interesting. And we're kind of getting there. So sometimes I could turn my amp up too loud in practice, and Pyro will give his little sudden hits. It's too loud in here. I can't hear things. I'm like, okay, all right, I know that means me. So I just turn my amp down or something. But yeah, creating the music has been wonderful in both bands through both completely different genres. And it's been great because I got to meet a lot of you guys throughout the scene. We played a show together. We're about to play a show together. I think we were supposed to have a show together, but now we're finally going to come around and have that show together. So that's really tight.
Back-to-back shows.
Back-to-back shows. Yeah. We got 2 shows coming up for Shop 29. What's it called? Viva's. It's just another festival that Justin's doing. We'll promote it later. But yeah, for a More Perfect Fest, I'm really looking forward to checking out each one of your sets. And just because everybody's a different vibe, like you guys have your own separate vibe that I described. You guys have your own vibe. I'm going to be on stage with you, and I just can't wait to just see how that goes, because I haven't seen a local show yet with this kind of diverse talent and diverse sound, and it's like going to be really hyped all over. So, yeah, that's.
If I may add, when we were coming up with, we're trying to figure out which bands we're gonna play on the show. Like, I think both of our like first choices were Kiddos and Orion.
Yeah,
and we got them on there.
Yeah.
we gotta get these guys.
You got us.
He's like, yeah, you got us.
You got him. All three of us. We got him.
We got him.
Yeah.
You sure you wanted us?
I guess we'll find out, right?
Yeah, and I mean that. I really think that's an awesome thing that you're doing, Mike, with a More Perfect Fest. Also, Dalton, Ed Dalton as well. Like you guys got like you said, a diverse lineup. You got Orion, you got Shop, you have Kiddos, you got Uncle Tino. Shout out to Uncle Tino. You got Andy, and you got. It's just like it's like this. It's like everybody's bringing something to the party.
Yeah,
it's something different. It's like, oh, he's bringing sodas. Oh, he's bringing chips and guac, and he's bringing this and that. It's making the party better.
Yeah.
So like, I'm super hyped to be a part of like this, but also to be like at the festival and just to see everything like happen. That's gonna be so dope, dude.
Yeah, if I could just see more on the festival a little bit, just to hype up the promotion for it. You know what I'm saying? We got a good couple of vendors out. We just got our food truck. What was it called? The Hidden Garden. What's up? Thanks for joining the bill. It's going to be a great time.
Yum.
Yum. But yeah, everybody's great. We got a good lineup. And the way we set the show up was actually just on purpose. Just the amount of energy and escalation, Andy's going up first. He's really setting the bar for just like the catchy and the drive. You're just an energetic person on stage. And, Uncle Tino, he's more hip hop. So he's going to carry that vibe a little bit more. We're going right into the Kiddos, which are going to bring up that energy. It's just a constant just escalation of just energy. You guys are high energy too, so that's going to be fun as well. So I can't wait for this show. And make sure to look out for the QR code so you guys can get your tickets online. And it's going to be a damn good
We were actually
time.
thinking of just doing an acoustic set.
I got this violin.
All right, we're going to switch it around. They're actually going to go at 7.
I was just acapella.
I was gonna bring my harp and just kind of just play.
Y'all gonna do barbershop?
Is everybody doing the barbershop quartet? That's crazy. But another thing I wanted to ask everybody, we talked about your worst show. So I'm curious, what's been one of your music highlights so far? What's that one moment in the current band that you're in that you feel was an accomplishment?
I guess we gotta discuss.
We each
Answer that too.
I can say it real quick, like off the top. We played Warehouse Live.
Yeah.
Like, when did we play? Like July?
July.
Yeah,
16th.
Yeah, July. And it was like probably like to me the best show we've ever had. Like we were spot on. The crowd was spot on.
The lights were awesome.
Like,
It was crazy.
We oversold tickets.
Oh yeah, we sold out.
Like it was just amazing. Like the lighting, it was just like. And then my parents came and they're like so proud of me. It was just like it was the best show.
It was the best show for me. Well, it's good. Like like some of my family members came, and some of them are like, "Man, this guy's like a loser. He's like in a band or whatever." And then they pulled up and they seen all these people. They're like, "All right, he's probably doing something." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing something." And then so I was pretty nervous because it's on the video. Like we walked through the crowd before we played. And they're like shouting our name and stuff, and just finding our way to the stage was like, oh my god, like this is gonna be the biggest thing I've ever done. And then as we're playing, I'm just staring at my fretboard. I'm just like, dude, I cannot look up. And once I looked up, I just seen like a sea of people and their heads just just bouncing up and down. I was like, this is crazy. Like I'm having like a good time. Like I don't know how to explain it. I wasn't high or anything, but I became one with my guitar and with the voice in the audience. And
He
stuff.
was the music.
I was the music.
Music and
Oh no.
Yeah, that show was great. It was really great because that was one of the first shows in a long time that my friends actually came. A bunch of friends from middle school. Yeah, it feels great. The last show that happened was probably I guess that like that level. I had like a bunch of people that came, and I guess the last time that happened was our like second ever show. It was a long time ago. That was like 4 years ago. So it was a long time ago, but they were able to get to this show. One of my friends was coming down from Georgia, and he was leaving pretty soon after, so he was able to catch the show. That was great. And there's actually people there that found us from YouTube Music and from Instagram, which is really awesome because usually you have people that come because they know you, your friends, your family. But it was really great to see that people actually came and found us.
It's weird when that happens.
It is because like you don't recognize them.
It's a great feeling.
But yeah, that show was pretty
good. I watched
good.
the vlogs. I'm like, bro, people actually watch the vlogs like outside of the people I know. Like that's crazy. And they're like, yeah, like we're subscribed and everything. And then well, it was on Spotify too, I think.
Yeah. Some people came from Spotify.
Yeah. And just to add on the vlogs, my girlfriend is a huge fan of your vlogs. I know she went up to you. We saw you guys at his show actually at Axelrad. It's like, what's up, kiddos? And then my girlfriend's me like, I love your vlogs.
You watch them too. I want to do that again. Can you like repeat that over?
Oh, he's serious. Okay, all right. Yeah, we ran into you at Axelrad, and I was like, hey, kiddos, what's up? And my girlfriend was like, I watch your vlogs. They're great. It's like, yeah.
I wasn't recording.
Yeah,
I was. But,
One more time.
No, we good. All right, cut. All right.
Because like we'll just be chilling, and then he'll like pop out the camera like, all right, welcome back to the podcast. I like I just came off of work. I'm all like tired looking. Yeah, it's just.
I'm actually scared because sometimes I just walk into a room and they're already like having a conversation. It sounds pretty intense. I'm like, welcome back to the podcast. And then they just like quietly like look at me. I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this right now. Let me delete that.
That's funny.
Pyro, you want to share who you feel's accomplishment or one of the moments?
I think honestly, probably like our first show, because we worked so damn hard. We crunched really hard to get everything as perfect as we could. And at that time, I think we were still practicing at our old studio, which had no AC. It was like 90 degrees in there. It was horrible. But we were like crunching, we were practicing our ass off. And so when we played that show and everything went amazing, it was like, it was all worth it at that point. It was like, yeah, this is kind of dope. This was worth all that heat, that 100 degrees.
All that horrible heat. Yeah, just to add on that, like, so we didn't form this band until February of this year. But we didn't have.
I think we met up in February.
Yeah, but we didn't have our first practice until the end of March. So we had 2 months to just get these songs down, to create songs, and find whatever we were as a band to play that first show. And the fact that we got on stage, went first, and completely killed it. Yeah, that's a huge accomplishment right there.
Yeah, it is pretty dope that you guys formed and then just like, yeah, we're gonna do a podcast. It's like, yeah, we just know it. This is just everybody. And then you guys went. I mean, you guys did it really good. I watched the videos. Sadly, I couldn't go. I think something came up, but yeah, you guys did great. I mean, I got to give you guys your flowers. I mean, everybody here. I mean, I haven't checked out your music yet, but I'm pretty sure that you guys fucking rock the cocks out. So, I mean,
Hey, I'll say that again for the vlog.
Yeah, you guys go ahead. I mean, what's an accomplishment?
I'll keep it brief. One, speaking about like crunch time, the first show I ever played with them, they called me up. I think it was 2 days before we played. So I had to crunch the entire EP and like 2 other songs and 2 covers in 2 days. And man, I enjoy learning music, but there's a point where it's like, it's a little bit too much. It's not going to stick in the long-term memory after that short of time. But the best shows, I think one that I think all of us would agree on, or if the other 2 were here, is we played at Blueberry Street back whenever they were doing shows there before they got sound ordinanced. And it was whenever I had first started like really, really writing with the band. And I remember going home and my mom and dad were like, so how was the show? And I was like, it was good. They were like, 70 or 80 people there or something. And then I tell Chris and Gavin, and they're like, "Are you like stupid?" And I was like, "How many were there?" And they're like, 400. And I was like,
wow.
And it was like one of those things where it's really humbling because it is like you look out and people are enjoying the music you're making. And it's bizarre.
Yeah.
And then the other one, I went on a trip and I came back and we had played a couple of shows and it wasn't clicking because I just hadn't touched my guitar in 2 weeks. And then we played a show at the Compound, which is right next door to the End. And it was one of the first shows where I felt like we really, really clicked again. Like the crowd was digging it. We were digging it. The pocket was actually there for once, which if you're gone for a little bit, it takes some time to get that pocket back. But it was definitely those two. Those are the two that always stick out to me.
I know, I kind of agree. Both really good shows. I remember looking up and I was like, that's a lot of people. And same thing. I was kind of like, oh, maybe like 100 people, maybe 100, 150. And they were like 300, 400. And I was like, oh, wow. That's a lot more than I thought.
He's so chill.
No, it was, but yeah, it's really, really, really cool when you get to have all those people enjoying your music and like being there for you.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
That's to the right.
I'll keep it brief. I think this one is gonna be the one.
Yeah.
That'll be good. We just rehearsed and we jumped right in. You know, I was honestly a little nervous. I sent you all the music and y'all's parts, and I kept it as professional as possible. Like make it clear like what you have to play and how it's gonna mesh. And dude, the first day went great. Yesterday went awesome. And you know, I'm already thinking ways to tighten it up. I'm like, I think this is gonna be the one for me. That'll be the good one, whether it's nobody there or the whole place packed out. I think we're gonna rock out for sure.
Yeah. Woo. Who's got the bell?
Damn it, Pyro!
Bro.
What the fuck?
I checked my phone. I don't even have an iPhone. Like, I was just that paranoid. I was like, "Oh shit, is that me?" My bad, y'all.
That's funny. I think for me, there's two actually big accomplishments. I had just got back into the music scene maybe last year, and it's all thanks to my friend Janex. My first show back, I got to play Warehouse live. So that's pretty dope. You know, even though it was a small acoustic set with her, that was pretty dope. And then now with, I was going to say More Perfect Union. Now with Where Comfort Lies, we actually played, we played back-to-back shows. And not like, you know, small Ricky Nutman. We played like Axelred and Scout Bar back-to-back. That to me is a pretty big accomplishment, especially with, you know, like it's like, damn, it'd be cool to play there. Hey, it'd be dope to do that. And we actually did it. And I think that's really dope. Acadia, Scout Bar, and Axelred. So that's, to me, those are the two big accomplishments with the band. So
I have a question. Because every time we're either on a podcast or an interview, I ask the same question. What's your favorite chicken sandwich? From where?
Mike, you go ahead.
Man, oh my God, it's probably gonna be Chick-fil-A, man. It's the most consistent. That's why. You go anywhere else, man, it's gonna be, depending on what side of town, man, what's wrong with my sandwich? Yeah.
Popeyes is like that.
Yeah. It's regional, man. Some are good, some are bad. And do you count the sandwich at Cane's? Like it's just chicken strips.
I always eat that.
I eat it, but do you count it?
What is that?
I mean, it's got 2 pieces of bread, so I guess.
Man.
Cane's?
Cane's.
Kansas.
I mean, Chick-fil-A for sure. Yeah. That's the sandwich right there.
Okay.
I'm on the same boat. No pickles.
Yeah.
No pickles.
Deluxe or just normal?
The regular. I'll do the spicy too.
You had me in the first
one.
one.
All right.
No pickles. No pickles. No pickles.
I don't know, dog. That's, in the words of Randy Jackson, RP, he's not dead, but I'm just saying RP. That's got to be a no from me, dog.
No from me, dog.
No, like, I used to not like pickles at all on my chicken sandwiches, but like
You grew up.
I think like this year I was like, you know what? Pickles. I was sleeping on pickles.
Popeyes.
Same thing with tomatoes.
Oh, I hate tomato, bro.
I had the same thing with mayonnaise.
Oh my god, guys, what the fuck? Mayonnaise,
Mayonnaise, tried mayonnaise, not bad.
bro, what's going on here? Pickles, tomatoes, mayonnaise.
Tomatoes, I can't.
I
have
would.
phobia.
I'd understand if you guys said like, "Oh, I don't like
Cabbage.
avocado or onions or cabbage or something like that." I'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense." But some people, I
Avocados
don't
are
know.
cool.
Avocado gotta be mixed with something now.
Like chips.
Like no, for like me, like I like avocado, but it really depends on my mood. Like I'm just like, oh, I don't really want it. But it's like, okay, I'll get a little bit. of it.
No guac.
No guac. But anyways, we'll go back to the chicken sandwich question.
So, does it have to be from fast food, or can I throw a big old deep cut? A big old
Yeah,
deep cut.
your favorite chicken sandwich.
Favorite.
You can say like
It's gonna be grilled
Arby's.
chicken. It's gonna be grilled chicken. Okay. All right. So Whiskey Cake Kitchen and Bar, they got a chicken avocado melt. That shit is gas. It is so good. Rotisserie chicken, bacon, avocado, it like lettuce, tomato. Dude,
It's like a gourmet.
What's the place
Dude.
called?
it's called Whiskey Cake, bro. I used to work there. I think I got fired, but I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the number one from Chick-fil-A. No pickles.
With deluxe?
Regular.
Oh man.
Deluxe is too expensive.
Wait,
It's like 12.
what's the difference? The deluxe has the
Cheese and
You get
lettuce.
some lettuce,
lettuce
potato,
and
tomato.
cheese, right?
You know,
It's like $4 for that.
$4 more.
Yeah, bro, I got cheese at home.
I brought my own cheese.
run my own. Sponsored by Chick. I don't want to say.
They come after us.
It's time to thank our sponsor.
Raid Shadow Legends and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, that's my question.
Did you ask the question?
I'm going to be a little controversial here.
Okay.
First off, I do like the Chick-fil-A sandwich. That's my pick.
Deluxe.
Yeah. No, actually, no.
Damn, man.
It's a little bit too expensive. I just like the regular, but I tried the Popeyes chicken sandwich
Bro,
back
don't.
when it was like all super hype, and that shit was trash.
What?
Where'd
you get it? The region, man.
Popeyes.
Yeah.
You get it at a good place. It's
the best.
It's so good.
It was like sour. It was like I don't know.
Oh man, that Popeyes is
You might didn't cook
just
it
the
right.
whole Popeyes.
I think it might have been the mayonnaze. But
Okay, get the get rid of the whole
but I
Popeyes.
tried it multiple times from different places. It was trash.
And you're on a mission to find the right one.
Ghetto place.
We're gonna fight.
Yeah.
Man, sometimes the ghetto places make it right, dude. Son,
I don't know.
Cinco Ranch. They got Popeye's money there.
yeah. Yeah, I live there right now.
When
They
I
do.
tried it was kind of trash. So I might try it again one day. But for now, Chick-fil-A is the way to go.
Yeah.
There you go.
With the pickles, I like the pickles on it.
Thank you, man. I only was a deluxe, but I do have a question. So I think you already answered this, but how'd you guys get all your names? You know, for your groups and stuff like that. Like, and
No.
why did you end up settling on those names? And what were you called before?
Yeah, good question.
I guess we'll start. What's up? All right, so basically, me and Caesar met in high school. We were both in choir, and so we were just friends or whatever, and we didn't even play music. We were just like playing video games or whatever. And then one day we started, and his people make the best food, like his family's parents. Like, so I'd always like show up, not specifically for that, but his mom would call us down, and then she would say like all types of names. She'd say like, "Ayo, changos come down," or "Ayo, like fur faces come down." And one day she said like the kiddos, and I'm like, okay, there's something there. And then when we started like thinking of names, I threw that out because one, none of us knew how to play our instruments when we first started. So it's kind of like we're like kids like evolving and growing into our personalities and our music personalities and stuff. So it kind of made sense. And before that, I don't know. This is all of our like first real band.
Yeah.
So
Like at first I hated it. I was like, I'm not a kid no more. I was like, like barely like 18. I'm not a kid. I'm a grown man, But now like as like we like like the band evolved, the sound. I think like the sound and the name matches.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't know.
it's like genre bending, like we're still at the point where we listen to everything and we're not like gatekeepers. You know, like kids are like open to, you know.
Yeah, it sounds like very like pop, you know, like boy band. So like I like the name now.
We're an indie boy band.
And I think it just is a good reminder. Always be a kid at heart. Always have fun. Always, you know, nothing is ever as serious as it seems. Just be a kid.
Yeah, where a kid could be a kid. I'm a big kid.
Did y'all see that brawl at Chuck E. Cheese's?
The Chuck E. Cheese brawl?
Yeah, there's like some
Chuck E. Cheese brawl.
this is like a fight. I don't know where it was at. Maybe it was here. There was a fight at Chuck E. Cheese's.
Yeah,
A bunch of like parents got mad and they're like,
nah, I would never.
my kid's better than yours.
Charles E. Entertainment. What the Charles Entertainment cheese?
fell off.
Wait, when's the last time anybody's been to a Chuck E. Cheese?
Recently, recently, like plus or minus, I'd say 2 or 3 years. 2 or 3 years.
Dang.
It's fun. But
not recent at
it's
all.
recent enough to know that it sucks. You seen the new mascot?
Is it just Chuck E. Cheese?
Dude, it like they made it in like 4K.
Oh, it's like
You know the things where it's like The Simpsons, like in the animation, and then in 4K, and it's like gross and nasty.
Yeah.
It's like that.
R.P. Charles.
no, when they used to have like the animatronics, I used to always get like scared as a kid. Like I would always like not want to look.
I think the last time I went to Chuck E. Cheese was maybe 2015. I took my then girlfriend and her niece because I was gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna be the cool boyfriend. I'm gonna take my girlfriend and her niece out to be like, you know, play favorites. And yeah, that shit sucked. It's not how it was in the late 90s, early 2000s when like it was super dope.
Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah.
Or It's fell off too. Have you been to It's? No? You don't know what It's is?
Yeah, I know what it is, but it's no longer there.
Main event.
That was horrible.
Dave and Buster's.
Wait, what was the
What was
question? Oh, the name. So the name for you guys. Yeah, band names.
Well, Pyro walked off, so.
I guess, yeah, if you want to speak for Pyro real quick about, I guess, Shop 29's name.
Oh, Shop 29. So Shop 29, oh my God. Okay, so I've had a studio. It's not this one. We had it for about a decade. So many different bands went in and out of the studio. Anytime you walk in, even at 3 a.m, there would be somebody in there creating music. And it was just this melting pot of different musicians just coming in and out, creating and all that kind of stuff. And it was just a good time. We had parties there, so many different bands. And we called it The Shop. And it was Studio 29. So it was like, yo, that's Shop 29, you know? And we just called it that for years as our little creative space. But we eventually lost it and all that stuff. But when we were trying to come up with the name of the band, we had like a bunch of different names. We had like Only Fools was one of the names. I told that to a coworker. She's like, sounds like OnlyFans. So I'm like, oh, okay, well then, we're probably not going to pick that one, but it would sell. So we were just trying to like figure out what means something to all of us, and that name meant a lot to me and what I was personally doing with music at that time. And just to keep a story short, I lost that studio. A band I had before, our band leader, he had died. He passed away, and the band we were in was called King Finn. Just died out right after he passed away. And then my whole passion for music left with that, and I eventually left that studio, Shop 29. Came back about 2 years ago when my love for music came back again, thanks to Dalton and A More Perfect Union, and just jumped back into music, made this band. It's like, that's the name, Shop 29. Just in honor of everything that came before and going forward towards the future with something. So I know it sounds like a clothing store, but
No, sorry to hear that about your bandmate.
yeah, you know, it happens, you know, and he was, his name was Alan Wynn. He was a big part of the music community around 2016 and below. And, yeah, you know, that kind of stuff happens, you know, you eventually lose friends and stuff like that, especially if you're creating music with them, it digs deep into you and stuff like that. So, always appreciate the moments you have with all your bandmates and the people you create with. and just enjoy it for the amount of time that you have. Forever.
He's like, it's sad, but I'm gonna say forever. Forever. What about you guys? What inspired y'all's name?
We're not gonna talk about the 224. He's gonna take over.
So, back in about 7th grade, we, it was my drummer, and he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, do you want to join our band?" So I joined, and it used to be a 5-piece way back in middle school. But when we signed up, we needed a name, and we really couldn't come up with anything. And I think at one point we were just listening to music. Some Metallica song came up called Orion. I was like, that's the one.
Instantly what I thought of, like when I heard the name, like Orion, that's a Metallica song.
Yeah, and that's it. And then we added a slash through the O to make it a little more edgy.
Nice.
And then we were gonna change the name after that talent show, but we just stuck with it. We couldn't come up with anything else. We were like, well, that's the one. And then eventually, took a hiatus during COVID. And then once we were ready to get back into it, we decided we needed to change our name up so we could be more accessibly found on different platforms and stuff. And that's where the 224 came from.
The 224 definitely helps.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what's up.
Andy, I think it's just your name.
I did have a name before though, and it was just Andy. So I was trying to be like Drake. I wanted like the one name kind of thing. Was trying to go for that for a long time, and I was writing a lot of the pop R&B stuff around that time, hip hop stuff, and everyone in my circle was just telling me, dude, that name's not gonna work, man. You're not Drake, bro. You're not gonna do that. You can't. Like, I was like, no, it's gonna work. I'm gonna be the Andy, you know.
He's gonna like it, bro.
And I remember I sat down and I was like thinking of like different ways to switch up my name, and I've always loved Juice WRLD's name, like Juice WRLD, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And then I just kind of like Andy World, and then I just ran to Andy Land, and then it just like light bulb came up, and I kept saying it, Andy Land. Like, oh, that's my fucking name. And I ran it through some people, and they're like, that's fucking perfect. That's your name. And it ended up kind of turning into like a little bit of what you said with like being a kid at heart. It's kind of like my own world. Andy Land is, my own world. I mean, whatever the music is, a lot of my music is very introspective. It's although some people can take it how they want, but that's where I got my name. Just pretty much kind of started to become like my own world. And so now anytime I'm creating, and even though, I do everything on my own. And so to have other people, join in on the world, like, when we play, the show, you're going to be a part of Andyland, now, and whoever's there is going to be a part of Andyland now. So it's expanding now, it used to be Andyland time. Yeah, dude. And it was just my world, but it will be everybody's land.
Conquer every world. Well, I don't know the meaning of the bands that I'm playing in, but I can tell you guys, I guess, a story about how I came up with my name for the podcast. Yeah. So I started in 2019, but before I used to be in the music scene, and I really didn't enjoy being in because of the previous bands that I was in. So I stopped. I tried creating my own band. It didn't work out. So I was just like, okay, well, I am going to get into podcasting. For anybody that's been listening to my podcast for a while, you guys already know the story. But this is kind of the short version. So I did some research and I was like, okay, I got to find a name that's going to click. I don't remember any of the other names that I was coming up for the podcast. But like that scene in the movie where you come up with something and you're just like, bingo, that's it. Yeah. So I was like Inside The Northside. And I remember, I think I told my ex, I was like, this is the name of the podcast. She was like, sounds kind of stupid. And I was just like, that's why that's why I told her she's the one that gets in the fight. That's why it happened. That's why. Wow. Yeah. This is why. Yeah. So this is why I never leave my house. But no. So I was just like, no. And I had a couple other people tell me, like, oh no, it's too long. it's too long. What does it even mean? Inside the Northside. But what people don't understand is I'm from the north side of town. It's a certain part of Houston that's very historic. And I pride myself of being from Northside. Kiko's from Northside, so he understands, the meaning of being from that side of town. So I was just like, no, like this is gonna work. And even a couple episodes in, I was just like, this is fucking stupid, like Inside the Northside. But over time, I started to love it, and I started to have pride in the name. And now, like when everybody like says Inside the Northside, I'm just like, wow, like people are actually saying the name of the podcast that I do, that I enjoy. Like that's my baby. Like Mike said, like Shop 29's his baby. This is my baby. This is a 4-year-old ass kid. This should be in kindergarten right now, but he's not. But I mean, that's kind of the meaning of my name. Just I'm from the North Side, even though I'm not recording in the North Side anymore. But that everybody who's been a part of the show, even you guys now, you guys are all Northsiders now. You are inside this North Side.
Deep inside.
Thank you for that, Caesar. Fuck your chicken sandwich, though. No deluxe. Yeah, all you motherfuckers know deluxe. Now you make Mike sad now, and he's gonna put you an hour back.
It's good enough.
Give
us the camera.
He's behind the camera.
So before we close out, we're gonna close out the podcast. Just if everybody could take the time to tell everybody, out there who's gonna be coming to the show, what to look forward to when it comes to your set, and what you guys are gonna be doing for that set.
I'll go, since I'm going first, I'll say, man, we're going to start with some bangers, man. Luckily, the week before, September 22nd, my EP drops 6 songs on there.
Wow.
We're going to jam it out. You guys, we're going to start strong. We're going to make sure we start the party and then we keep it going. So, 22nd EP drops, the 30th is the show, and you get to hear the songs.
Mm-hmm. 7 p.m. is
7 p.m. is Andyland time.
Woo. Right now, yeah.
I'm gonna get a close up of everyone doing the promos. That way you can share it on your stuff.
You're gonna have to redo that again, okay?
So September 30th, we're going first on the set. The 22nd, a week before, my EP drops. I can't wait to perform all the music. It's all crazy, chaotic, and really cool and beautiful at times too, jazzy at times. Just we're going to rock out. We're going to start the party, and then we'll let everybody else extend it, and we'll rock out. September 22nd, EP, 30th is the show. 7 p.m. is Andyland time.
Yeah!
Come to Andyland at 7 p.m.
That was dope. Hello.
All right.
Now a word from our sponsor. We're excited to play the show. I've seen a couple shows at the end. The sound is awesome. The songs are awesome. The vibe of the bands are awesome. Like, there's really nothing to not be excited for. You got anything to say, Victor?
Big surprise at the set.
Big surprise.
Ooh.
Big.
Got Lizzo.
That's where she ended up when she got canceled.
Y'all better come watch Shop 29. I believe we're playing at 9, right? We're playing
9
at
o'clock.
9 on the dot. We got a lot in store for this show. We're going to try to make it more than just us playing. It's going to be a whole experience. So
Yes, it will.
we hope you all can come out and experience the experience with us. Jimi Hendrix is not going to be there, unfortunately. But
Damn.
yeah, we tried to book him, but he's busy. So it's going to be a great show. We got a lot of cool bands playing. We got a lot of things we're going to try out the show.
A lot of them.
We're going to try to make it a whole experience, and we're trying to make it an amazing time for everybody. So come out and watch us and all these other cool bands.
Yeah.
We got 2.
Oh, y'all want 3 microphones?
Oh, shit.
Y'all guys are giving ultimate power.
All right. We're good at that.
Okay. In the Ice Spice we trust.
We're gonna do the pose. You know what I'm saying? So,
Boys alive.
yeah, boys, we're in a mood right now.
But really though,
But really though, expect to see like high energy, 3Q boys,
Some drama.
rocking the stage. We can't wait to see y'all.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be like
Yeah.
a super great night. So
Be food,
come early, stay
vendors.
late,
Stay for all the acts.
open up that mosh pit. Cause
For
it's going down
everyone.
for real. I'm with the money gang. We out here. We doing it all.
You're gonna cry. You're gonna dance. You're gonna get mad.
We're gonna play Your Future Is Now.
You gonna
We're gonna
find
play.
love.
We're gonna
Out
play
now.
the whole EP. I don't know. Actually, don't know the set yet. So we're gonna play some new stuff, some old stuff. We're gonna be in the stuff. It's gonna be stuff.
Your stuff.
Stuff's gonna
Get
get.
and Ice Spice We Trust. Thank you. We are the kiddos. Sorry, we're the kiddos.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do that last part again. One part together, 3, 2,
We're the
1.
And we are
the
the kiddos.
and a munch. And one munch. Oh yeah.
Hey, when I go. All right, sweet. So make sure to come out to a More Perfect Fest. We got a bunch of bands playing. We got Orion 224, Andy Land, got the Kiddos. Woo! We got Uncle Tino, who couldn't be here with us, but he's gonna be at the show. It's gonna be a good time. Shop 29 at More Perfect Union. Make sure you stay for the headliners at More Perfect Union. We're gonna bring in all that energy and cap off the night with some punk rock. We hope to get some mosh pits going. We got a surprise for all of you with a cover. You're gonna like that. Everybody's got surprises. Oh, wait, what? And for Shop 29, we're going to bring a whole experience. We're going to do something different for this. A projector up there. We're going to have Tyler doing some crazy stuff. I can't wait for the show. Make sure to come out. We got vendors. We got food trucks. It's going to be a good time. See you there.
Now for the real podcast.
Let's start the new one.
Politics.
Yeah, talk about 9/11. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, I mean, I try to hit that curveball, but they hit me in the nuts. So, fuck. All right, guys. So, I'm Inside the Northside Podcast. I'm from the north side of Houston. I'm very happy to have all these guys on. You should totally go to a More Perfect Fest, but you should totally not go. If you know what I'm talking about. No, but yes. But yeah, they're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have Andy Land. He's gonna bring the power. We're gonna have Orion 224, and we're gonna have Pyro doing Pyro things because he's the main character. We got Kiddos kidding it up, being a munch, And we got Mike in a More Perfect Union, and just totally, guys, you should totally show up to the show. If you want to check out the podcast, you can find me on Instagram at Inside the Northside Pod, all lowercase. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple Podcasts. I'm on Google Podcasts. I am everywhere. And if you also want to follow, you can check out Where Comfort Lies and Genex. Those are the groups that I play with. They have some great music. They're very local, very great talent. But yeah, show up September 30th at the end for a More Perfect Fest. I hope to see you guys there.
Shout out Blockbuster.
Hollywood Video. Yeah, Hollywood Video. But anyways, I'm going to pass the mic. Everybody else will say goodbye and everything like that.
We're saying it all at the same time.
I'll just shout at you.
But yes, this has been an episode, a collaboration.
Hey, is this the barbershop? Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Everybody's a girl.
Bye.
Bye. Yes.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
All right, guys. This has been Inside the Northside Podcast. This has been Orion 224. This is Andy Land. It's the Kiddos. This is Shop / a More Perfect Union. September 30th. Show up to a More Perfect Fest at the end of
I don't know the address.
it's for Lawndale. I'm sorry, Lawndale. We got tacos. We got food. We got big titty goth girls. We got Ice Spice.
We got a pit.
We got everything.
You will find love.
We also have John Lennon on the show.
100%.
Caesar will also do a backflip off stage.
That is not a game.
Ice Spice will be there.
Ice Spice will be there. All right, guys. We're going to cut this out. All right, guys. This has been an awesome time with all you guys. Thank you guys for so much for coming on. It means a lot. And we hope to collaborate again. Well, hopefully will. All right, guys. Yes. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good week. God bless. Peace. And I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.